All right. What it is, this is Cashless Thoughts. Unfortunately, Jazz is not here today, so I got my niece with me. You know who I am. I'm Sean. Tell me your
I'm
name.
Lee Ajah.
You Lee Ajah. So, today we're going to talk about bully awareness. You know, a lot of that is going around these days, and a lot of kids are getting hurt or death is being caused due to kids being bullied. So, I got my niece here to talk to me and talk to y'all about being bullied or bully awareness. So y'all talking about this in school, right?
Yes, we talked about it in February. So we will talk about bullying recently.
Who's bullied recently? Or they just saying it in general?
So some people do bully, like how I got bullied, and we have to wear like uniforms because people are getting bullied because what the things that they're wearing.
So they wasn't fortunate enough to have families who can buy new clothes and stuff.
Yeah.
So they were being bullied about their clothes, their apparel.
Mhm.
So tell them about how you were bullied.
So I was in a school program. It was an after school program, and we would perform. So we would practice recently, and I I was in the last row. It was 5 rows or 6 rows. I was in the last row, and it was this row in front of me. It was this girl by like on the side, all the way, and the girl in front of us. She was on the side, and I can see her from the view. So she looked at me, and then I just waved at her, and then she looked away from me. Now, remind you, I was just sitting there, just standing there, and she kept on looking at me for some odd reason, giving me weird looks.
Mhm.
So, on the way, so after choir or after school program was done, they had to all had to leave. So the girl that was in front of us, she was in 6th grade. When she was leaving, she flipped me off.
Right.
So I just stood there. I didn't do anything.
And what grade you in?
I'm in 5th.
So she older than you and she flipping you off.
Yeah.
How did it make you feel?
It felt actually surprising because she kept on giving me disgusting looks.
Right.
So.
And were your friends? Were y'all ever friends? Do you know her? Do you know her
No.
name?
No. I sure don't. But I know which class she's in, though.
So after she bullied you, how did that make you feel like?
Well, I felt like I never felt like that like in a long time. Like I felt hurt because I don't know why she was bullying me for some odd reason. So
you had to tell? Did you tell somebody?
yes, I also told my mother. She said that she might have been jealous because I had my hair flat on. I think it was in a ponytail or a bun. She had her hair like in a bun like this, and she had a whole hair poofed up. It looked like her hair was very short, and my mother said that's why she probably had done that.
Because you had long hair and she had short hair.
Yeah.
People are like that. Like they don't like you for whatever reason. You may have long hair, she got short hair. You may look a certain way, and they feel like they don't look that way. You may look like you have money and they don't have money, and so that's why they tend to pick on people because they have low self-esteem about themselves, and they feel like, oh, she thinks she's better than me, and it's like, I don't even know you, or we're friends. Sometimes it be your friends.
Well, me and my friend mess around like that, but we don't be actually serious.
No, I'm saying like when you get older, you'll understand what I'm talking about. So when you get older, you may have friends, and I'm not saying the friends that you have today, but you're going to encounter a lot of people that fake like they like you, but they really don't like you, and they're just under you to, manipulate the situation. And what I mean is they're going to be your friend because they feel like you can offer them something, or they're going to be your friend because, they're going to try to ruin whatever you have going on. You know what I'm saying? So you have to be careful of people like that. And I'm not saying you gotta test everybody, but you'll know the signs. Like, you gonna know who your true friends is, and you gonna know who your fake friends is. And don't be scared to let your fake friends know, like, hey, we can't be friends no more. You know what I'm saying? Because all they gonna do is hold you down. But when it comes to bullying, you gotta be careful with that, because sometimes bullies like to fight. They put their hands on you and stuff, and it's just all type of ways. Like, a lot of kids get bullied and they end up killing themselves, or they shooting up the school. Now, you done heard about people getting shooting up the school?
Well, no, but I heard about people like committing suicide just because they're just getting bullied.
Yeah, so you don't ever want to get to that point where somebody's bullying you that bad that you have to take it out on yourself, because it's not your fault, it's their fault. It's something that they got going on, you know what I'm saying? So you always want to tell an adult. And I know they be like, oh, you a snitch. Nah, it ain't being no snitch. It's just being aware of the circumstances and the situation, because you don't want it to be taken that far to somebody's hurting you, or you have to hurt somebody. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. And if you do have to defend yourself, someone was made aware of the situation. Like, hey, I told them last week that I was being bullied. She put her hands on me, or he put his hands on me, so I had to defend myself. So in self-defense, I, you know what I'm saying, had to hit them back, or I had to do this, or I had to do that. So you always want to protect yourself. There's nothing wrong with being protecting yourself. There's nothing wrong with protecting your family neither. You know what I'm saying? So, and bullies would do that to you. So what else they tell you about bullying?
I can't remember that part. It was all the way February going into March, I think. So we would, well, this was mostly in technology. We would talk about cyberbullying.
Yeah.
So stuff in cyberbullying is when you're like getting bullied online.
Mm-hmm.
And when they are saying mean things to them, or mean things to you, even though you can still see it when they delete it, they can take a screenshot of that, and
right.
they can send it to the person or to somebody.
Mm-hmm.
So I'll say during that, sometimes sometimes students in my class get bullied, like or talk about somebody's family like that. So this boy in my class, his name is Vaughn, he has a lot of issues.
Mm-hmm.
So sometimes he talks back to teachers
mm-hmm.
and say stuff about people's mothers or their family.
Right.
So I have these two girls in my class that really don't like it at all. One is Kanaya. She doesn't like it at all, and she just wants him to stop. And I actually agree with her. And the other girl name is Kamaria. He and her, I'm gonna say this truly, he and her used to date.
Mm-hmm.
So I think it was on Monday. We were at art and we were just talking, and then all of a sudden I just hear Vaughn just shouting out something about her mother. I think they were just going back and forth. My art teacher had to stop her from going over there to start a fight with him.
Right.
So it was really chaos, and he has fights with everybody, but not with me. So he doesn't mess around with people that much, but sometimes through every day or for a week or so, and I think he just did do it to just get attention, because
sometimes that's usually what it is.
My friend Samaya, she was doing the Chrome card because Miss Harris, my teacher, told her to.
Mm-hmm.
And that was his job at the time of the point. He started yelling at her just because she was just doing his job.
What the teacher told her to do?
Yeah. Just for doing his job. And then he started overreacting. Like, it really doesn't matter if
right.
it's your job. So, so now he leaves early through the week. So after we had to do testing. So after we're done with testing, he has to leave. And I think he's going to be doing that for a while now. I don't know why, but he's going to be doing that for a while now.
He's probably going to counseling. Hopefully he's going to counseling and getting some help. But usually when kids are bullying other kids, or even adults bully other adults, they have something going on within themselves. They probably have something going. I don't know him. I don't know his parents. I don't know nothing about him. But he probably have issues at home.
I asked him if he has any issues at home. He tells me no. And I feel like that he's
not going to tell you that.
No, because he's just going to say no.
Right. He's not going to tell you his business.
But still, I mean, he's my classmate. Even though that he messes around with people, he might have issues at home.
Yeah.
And, his friends, he has like 3 friends, and none of his friends ask him if he's okay or not.
They should.
Yeah, because I asked my friend Nicole, that I'm really close with, if she's something wrong with her, she's just gonna tell me, even though it's a part of her business.
Right, but he's not your friend, so
I know, but he's my classmate. I want to make sure that he's okay. And
I understand that, but sometimes people are not going to tell you. They're not going to come out and be like, "Oh, I have this going on, I have that going on." Sometimes they're not going to tell you. Sometimes they won't even tell their friends, and that's where all the anger comes in, because they're building it, they suppressing it, and they holding it in, and keeping it in, and it's like, oh, I can't let it out,
Mm-hmm.
So that's where a lot of bullying come in at. That's where a lot of people overreacting. Like you said, he overreacted because somebody else was doing his job. He may have issues at home. May have issues within himself that his parents needs to sit down. He needs to sit down and talk to his parents, so they can resolve the situation, or they can get him counseling so he can go and talk to someone about the situation.
Well, my principal and the assistant principal and the teacher has been calling his grandparents. Well, his grandpa. So recently, he just be giving the same behavior, just talking back and doing other stuff like that.
And then you know what? I'm gonna say, elder, when you with your grandparents, they didn't already raise kids already, so they're kind of more lenient, and they tired of raising kids. So it's best to be with your parents, but sometimes you can't be with your parents. Sometimes you do have to go with people outside the home, like your aunt, your uncles, or your grandparents, and they will have to take care of you. And sometimes that when they take care of you, it's not the same as your parents taking care of you. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Sometimes they lack a little. Grandparents, they don't really want to be bothered with kids. Like, you know how Granny is.
Yeah.
So she didn't already raise. You got to think, she didn't already raised her kids. You know what I'm saying? She just want to be in her senior year. She wants to do what she want to do, like sit back and watch TV, whatever is comfortable for her. So she don't want to be running around chasing after kids. That's too much on her old body. And I'm not trying to be disrespectful, but that's just too much on her. And she's just like, I want to sit back and chill. Well, with kids, you can't do that. You have to be up, active. Hey, what you doing? You know how it is in your house with you and your brothers. So your mom has to be more attentive to you guys.
I have to yell at them to make them stop, because they will fight over the smallest things ever.
So the boys are like that.
Like how yesterday they were talking about how both of them was built. And it was really annoying, because they do it even before they go to sleep, and I can't even go to sleep. I have to tell them to be quiet, because it really is annoying when you have a little brother and a big brother. That big brother is, I'm supposed to be showing them a role model, especially for Man. He's supposed to be showing a role model for Neil, because he's a boy. Mm-hmm. And sometimes Men be acting very weird. When I mean weird, I mean weird. Sometimes he will just keep secrets away from me, like saying that I will overreact. I'm his big sister.
Right.
So, of course, I'm supposed to be overreacting. That's a part of me. So, sometimes his friends will tell me instead of him. And I would actually feel hurt about that, because why wouldn't my own brother just tell me about that? Just his friends just tell me that.
Sometimes it's not comfortable.
That is true. But still, he don't be telling my parents either.
Right, but you got to be comfortable. And you guys are going through that age now that you are suppressing feelings, and you are going to hide stuff because you think, okay, they're going to be mad, or I'm going to get in trouble, or I'm going to get a whooping or something like that. And sometimes it don't even be that. So it's good to talk to your parents and let them know. But if you feel like they're aggressive towards your feelings, you need to let them know, like, hey, I'm just coming to you. I want to let you know, but every time I tell you something, you get mad, or you know what I'm saying, you want to argue, or you yell at me, and I'm kind of scared. So sometimes parents are like that, but sometimes you have to find another adult that you can talk to, so they can talk to your parent, or y'all can all sit down and y'all can all have a conversation like that. So your brother will have to find someone who he's comfortable with talking with, and then you got to tell him, like, Mom, every time I tell you something, you ain't got to tell everybody. Like, you ain't got to put it in the family chat. So it's between me and you.
Did she do that?
Huh?
Did she do that?
I mean, I don't know if she do that, but if you feel like she's going to tell somebody, or you feel like you don't want her to tell somebody something, let her know, like, hey, Mom, I don't want you telling my business. I want it to stay between me and you, And when I feel comfortable enough for you to tell everybody, or I want to tell everybody, then I'll tell everybody. But I don't want you telling my business.
I always confess to her, because if I don't, she's gonna feel mad about it just because I didn't tell her about it.
She's not gonna be mad.
No, she will be mad.
No, she ain't.
She said the only thing she's gonna be mad about if I didn't come to her and say it.
And you know why? Because stuff happens. If you keep secrets, and something happens, then she don't know. And she won't be able to help you. You know what I'm saying? So her job is to know and to help. That's all. That's why she's mad. Because she's not going to be able to help you. That's her job as a mother, is to help you. And to teach you, Mm-hmm. So if you're keeping secrets, how is she going to teach you about something? And then that's when you go out into the world, you start projecting that anger out on other people. And it's like, okay, I didn't teach her how to, to do that to other people. I didn't teach her how to bully. I didn't tell her to go out there and call somebody else's mother by a bad name. Or I didn't teach her how to fight. Go out and fight. Your mom's going to teach you how to fight, but she's going to teach you how to defend yourself, But she's not teaching you to go out and start fights with other people. That's what bullies are. Starting fights with other people. You're projecting your anger out on somebody else, and that's not fair to that person, and it's not fair to you, and it's not fair to nobody in this family, because that person can get so angry and hurt you or hurt themselves, and then it's like, dang, someone could have helped them. So it's always good to tell someone. You have to feel comfortable with that person, to let them know, like, hey, this is how I feel, and allow someone to help you. A lot of people don't allow people to help them. And make sure you're telling the right person. Sometimes, like I said, you got fake friends that, you tell them a secret and they ain't going on down the street and they even told all your business out to everybody, and it's like, damn, we supposed to be friends. I thought you was being a friend to me when I told you my problems. You were supposed to help me, and I was consoling in you, not for you to project my business out to everybody else. So you have to be careful of people out there, because some people weren't raised right. That's just the way to put it. Some people wasn't raised right. And with the cyberbullying, see, when I was growing up, it wasn't no cyberbullying.
Because you didn't have any technology.
No, we had technology. I ain't that damn old. We didn't have, but that wasn't what technology was for. Like, it was to connect with other people, to meet people out, what I'm saying, out of the state, out of the country or somewhere. It was to meet people like that, and to become friends with other people that you would never have been friends with. So that's what we use technology for. These kids these days are using technology for something totally different. Like, you guys, like, it's second nature to y'all. Like, y'all don't even go outside. Some of y'all kids don't go outside. I'm trying to figure out why
we all go outside to go to school, get out of the house, or do something other than that. I only stay inside because I'm an inside person. I don't like going outside.
That's the problem.
I'm an inside
all
person.
All you kids are inside persons. That's why the light bill is up high like it is, because every kid now is an inside person. I'm an
inside person because I don't really like going outside during the springtime.
Why? It's fun.
No, I know, but it's fun. But sometimes it'd be too cold for that. And
that's what clothes is for. You see that? I don't understand you.
I don't like going outside recently that much, because I like to be inside. Sometimes when I go outside, I just don't like animals or like creatures or anything of that. Anything that crawls.
That's what make outside outside. That's part of being outside. So all your friends you connect with online.
No, all my friends that I connect with, I met in person. Like Janae,
Okay.
Samaya, we go to the same school.
You go to the same school. So what do you do outside of school? Like, do y'all live around each other?
Yes, we do.
So do y'all
Janae-
meet at the park or the
No,
library?
no.
Y'all don't go to the mall together?
We are deciding to go roller skating, so we have to build up the money to be able to go roller skating. So the last time, two boys, one boy, one boy asked Samaya if we wanted to go to Urban Air, and I had to ask my mother for permission. She said, yeah, sure, but she had a photo shoot that day. And that was very last minute, because, you know, when you have things last minute, you can't change it.
Right.
So, it was nobody to take me, and she told me that her mother was sick. Well, she wasn't feeling well, but her mother still took her. And I didn't know that. So, we were all the way out on Joliet, so she couldn't come and pick me up and then go to Urban Air. But it's really hard for us to plan these things, because my friend Janae, she goes to gymnastics, so she will be having gymnastics every other Friday or on a Saturday. So it would be like really confusing, even though I tried to plan. Even me and Nicole be trying to plan sleepovers, but then there's something else coming up. We can't do that day or anything like that. Like how I wanted to invite her to my party going to Medieval Times. She didn't get to go because she had to do something about that. So
I'm talking about going outside just playing in the summertime.
I know. We go outside to play in the summertime, like how my friend Samaya said that we can go over to her house during the summertime and get in her pool. So it you know, for even now for a birthday party, we gotta be outside with all it. So basically, what I'm trying to say is we gonna be outside.
Y'all gonna be outside.
Yeah, but when I get older, like how I am now, I don't like going outside. I'm an inside person.
All you kids are inside persons.
We inside
people,
but all the kids are not inside persons. Like how Tiana and Kitty are not an inside person. They like going outside, but I don't like going outside. It's just
we didn't have a choice to
I
stay
know.
inside.
Y'all
We
used
had
to make
go
up games because it was nothing for y'all to do inside.
Right. Now y'all got all this technology. That's why y'all getting bullied. And people don't know. You guys are so in touch with you guys' emotions and feelings. You guys, everything goes to heart with y'all. If you say something bad, y'all cry. Or y'all mad, y'all get mad, y'all want to fight. Or you want to shoot and kill people.
Me and my friend Smile, we play around like that.
Okay, so what if it's somebody that you don't know, though?
I would just walk away from that solution, because why would you start a conversation with somebody that don't even know you, don't even know your personality or something like that?
That's how you meet people.
But they gonna say something mean to me, and they don't even know me all the way. And my friend says I have 5 different personalities.
You bipolar now?
She
You
says
schizo?
I have 5 different personalities.
You have 5 different personalities?
Yes, to her. She said I will be a very rude, disrespectful girlfriend. I'm like, no, what? I have anger issues. So
you got anger issues?
Yes, I get mad very easily.
See, that's a problem.
That's not a problem.
It is a problem.
What's the problem about that if I don't take it out on other people?
Because now you're suppressing feelings.
But the thing is, I don't take it out on other people.
So you're suppressing your feelings.
Yeah.
That's not good neither.
Or I probably just yell, like sometimes me and my friend just yell at each other just to take that all out. Because sometimes I do annoy her, and that's
why you need to get outside and let all that aggression go. That's all it is built up aggression.
You know, I want to plan to take a walk with my dog, but we can't do that.
Your dog is big.
My dog is big. She plays rough. Everything she does, she thinks is playing. She thinks it's just playtime.
Right.
Like how she gets clothes and she thinks it's a toy. And like how we come downstairs, she think that we gonna play with her, but we don't. That's the point. Dogs think that every time you come down, they gonna think that you gonna play with them or something like that. But usually,
She's still a puppy.
I know, but she's one. I want to think of her as a little dog, but I can't because she's rough. And sometimes, even though when I try to pet her, she is gonna bite me, and I know that she's gonna be angry about something, but I don't know what. So I just let her cool down a little bit, and then I pet her. It's a really difference from a little dog to a big dog.
Yeah.
A big difference. Because little dogs, they usually don't know how to like play rough or anything like that. They're just little. But the size of my dog, every time she meets a new person, she has to jump on them. Like how she did to you.
It's that aggression because she don't get to go outside and play. Y'all don't let her out to go.
We do let her
run in the yard.
My daddy, he lets her. He lets her off the leash sometimes. So we don't let her. Well, we let her off the leash often, but she be doing stuff for her to get back on the leash, like how she be peeing upstairs. And that's how.
So I'm talking about she need to be outside.
Yeah, recently.
Running around. So you guys need a fence so she can be able to play. And I think that's what it is with kids, though.
Fence back there, but we have to build a new one because she can jump over that fence.
Right.
And that pond is back there. She does not know even how to swim. So we have to get a new, bigger fence for that.
A taller fence.
Yeah, and I'd rather say we do need a bigger fence because sometimes they, Dudas, Nail, and my man be going back there, going up to the front, grabbing rocks, and just throwing it in the pond.
That's what boys do, but you have to understand that's what boys do. Boys do crazy stuff.
They do crazy stuff.
Yeah, they do crazy stuff. They like to play in the dirt, play in the mud, get dirty, and wrestle and fight. They have they have testosterone. We don't have that as girls, and if we do, it's like a low count. But that's what they do. They like to be boys. That's what boys do. They like to play around in the mud and show their masculinity. But that's why y'all should get outside, cause like you saying, you get mad easily. If you're around more people, you know how to control that. You know how to control your emotions. You know that you can't get mad easily. You can't yell at people. You can't be aggressive to people because a lot of people are not gonna allow that. So that's why I'm saying kids these days need to get out and be more active and more, you know what I'm saying, get to know each other in person rather online, because online you could be anybody you want to be.
Like how my man, he meets his friends in person. Me and Nicole used to be living down the street, just walking down the sidewalk, just for 3 minutes. We just be outside of each other's house. And he had this other friend that just be like 2 minutes to walk away from the house. So we actually used to go outside with each other. We used to get out a lot, and sometimes we do activities like that, or like we go out to the water park and other stuff like that, like for a bike ride or walk to the park.
Mm-hmm.
So I used to like going outside because it was
so
actually,
now you're just too grown up to go outside.
It was actually refreshing to go outside just to breathe in the air, but I like nature during summertime. I don't like it during spring, during fall, winter, any of that, because spring, it has a lot of raining, and the most thing that I hate doing, like this one time, it was spring, like usual.
Mm-hmm.
It just got done raining, and the most thing I hate is just worms. It's just disgusting.
Well, that's part of nature.
I know. But we were walking down the pathway, and I told my friends that I just don't like worms at all.
Mm-hmm.
They started making jokes,
mm-hmm.
and And I understood that because they were just trying to scare me. They started making jokes about me having worms on me. And I understand that they were just trying to make me scared. And I knew they weren't actually meaning it. But, I had to act away that I thought they were just telling the truth. So I had to act like that I was scared that they were actually an actual worm on me. So it wasn't really it wasn't really that fun at first, but I just don't like the rain recently after it's done raining. So
you need to get outside more. Outside is the best. Y'all don't understand.
Well, I like going outside.
Only in the summertime.
Yeah, only in the summertime.
You can't pick when but you can't pick. And you just gotta let nature do its job.
The only thing you get to stay inside is
what you doing inside though.
Chilling, sleeping, eating, doing it all over again.
So now you're chilling.
Eating.
You can eat.
Sleeping.
You can chill outside. Eating. You eating up all the food in the house. Yeah, and that's how you get fat. That's how kids are overweight because they're chilling inside and you have nothing else to do. So now you're eating up all the food.
That's the part of quarantine. We had to stay inside 24/7.
There's no such thing as quarantine.
We had quarantine. Didn't we have quarantine? We had quarantine.
I didn't quarantine. I was still outside.
You were outside.
Yeah.
Didn't you have to do work from home?
No. How can you deliver mail from home?
So you had to buy masks.
Well, no, we didn't buy masks.
So y'all went out freely without no mask on.
We had masks and we were delivering mail.
Oh, okay.
Outside. There was no quarantine for us.
Well, it was quarantine
we didn't shut down. When the whole country shut down, the government was still working. We were still working, and we was not working from home.
The thing I hate most about quarantine is staying cooped up in the house. We were being forced to stay in the house just because of the COVID. But you just said
you like staying in the house.
I know. That's what made me like staying up in the house.
So
during quarantine, we had to stay up in the house, do virtual learning, which I hate the most because what's the point of doing virtual learning if you're doing it from online, just from a screen? How come you just can't go to school with mask on?
Because it was too bad. That's what they said.
Then
the virus was too bad.
So the most thing that I hate about quarantine is being cooped up in the house. It was really annoying because...
So you wasn't being... I think what it was you weren't able to move as freely as you wanted to.
Yeah. We couldn't,
go to the store when you wanted to. You couldn't go out and eat at a restaurant if you wanted to. You couldn't do whatever you wanted as you usually did on a daily basis. So your daily activities was limited to the bedroom, kitchen, dining room, living room.
Yeah. Just like that. And the time that we got cooped up in the house, I think my mama started teaching me how to cook. And that's
good.
Yeah. Now I like cooking. Like this morning, I wanted to make my own breakfast, but Granny did half of the work. So
she'll let you do it, but she's gonna watch. Like she's not gonna sit back and let you do it. She's gonna be active in it.
Yeah.
So she ain't gonna let you burn down the house.
I don't burn down the house. I cook at home. I had to cook dinner for my whole family when they were sick. I cooked dinner by myself.
What, noodles? Hot dogs?
No. I cooked chicken. I cooked macaroni and green beans.
That's good. That's a start.
I had to ask my mother what seasoning did she use because I don't keep track of the seasoning that she used. She got like a whole full cabinet of seasoning. And
that's good.
And I'm very short.
You still should get outside and be more active outside. I'm telling you, it's great. It's great to meet people face to face. And
it is, but there's no
interact.
Other girls my age around my neighborhood except for the girl down the street that goes in the same lesson, the girl that's all the way down the street from my bus stop. And the thing is, I would like to go over their house and knock on their door and play with them freely, but we have stuff to do, like how we have to do chores and
All kids have to do chores though.
no, they don't. No, they
Yes,
don't.
they do.
My friend Samaya does not have to do chores.
We have to do chores though, but you know why you have to do chores? It gives you some certain responsibility. So when you get older, you already know how to do that. If you didn't have chores, you don't know how to cook, you don't know how to clean, you don't know how to fend for yourself. So that's why you getting chores, because now you understand the reason of responsibility. Like I live with Granny. You think somebody comes in here and clean up our house? If I don't clean up, our house don't get clean. So would you want to come over here if my house was nasty? Would you want to eat out my refrigerator if it was nasty?
No.
Right. Just like you want to, you looking at watching cable in there. If I didn't know anything about responsibility to get up and get a job and pay for I have to pay bills.
I know, my parents do too.
Right. So they have a sense of responsibility. If they didn't know how to be responsible, they wouldn't be able to take care of you. So you get what I'm saying? That's why they give you chores to do. It's not to punish you and to make you do this stuff. They're showing you this is a level of responsibility. When you get older, you're going to have much, much more responsibility than that. You're going to have to fend for yourself. So they're teaching you how to fend for yourself. When you get to your house and you have to live by yourself and you no longer live with your mom and dad, you have to cook, you have to clean, you have to pay your own bills. You know what I'm saying? So you ain't going to be burning lights up. You ain't going to be wanting to talk online all night and using Wi-Fi up like that. Wi-Fi gonna be very precious to you when you get older, and you gotta pay for Wi-Fi by yourself. No, you ain't gotta pay that bill right now.
But it's precious to me right now.
It's precious to you right now because it means something different. If you don't have Wi-Fi, you can't.
If I don't have Wi-Fi, then I can't do my schoolwork from home.
Right. If you don't have Wi-Fi, neither you can't talk to your friends.
No,
or you can't get on the computer.
I have service. So if my mother turns off the Wi-Fi from home, I have to get on my iPad, go to Google Classroom, and do my work from there. I have service, so it doesn't matter if the Wi-Fi is off for me. I can still access things.
Right, but what I'm saying is, it's not just the Wi-Fi. That's just like if you get older and you don't pay the light bill. Guess what?
It's just gonna be dark, just pitch dark. Just
you gonna want to sit in the dark all the time?
Yeah, just sit there. Just
no, you're not. No, you're not. You know, I guarantee you it's not going to be.
I was just playing this game with Nicole.
Mm-hmm.
It's called Bloxburg. It's the same thing like in real life. You have to work, build your own house. You get to build your own house like you can build your own house. And you have to take care of yourself. And how you have to pay bills. The most thing I hate about bills, the lighting bills, it'll be so much money. And I have to tell Nicole, make sure you turn off the light when you get out of that room because it's going to cost more money.
Right. That's how it is in real life. So they giving you a level of that's a level of responsibility. Now just imagine when you get older and you become an adult and you live out on your own.
How old is an adult? Like 18?
18 you can move out on your own. You can. 21 you can move out on your own. That's when you can get a job, when you can get your own car. And you can start paying bills and stuff. But when you get out on your own and you start having to pay stuff for yourself, that's when you realize being an adult ain't all as it cracked up to be. So you got to start paying bills.
When I was very little, I was so rushed to grow up. I didn't like being that age of me. I just wanted to just grow up so fast. And look at me, and I want to be a baby now. I don't feel like waking up at 6 o'clock in the morning, forcing myself to get out of the bed just for school. And school starts so early for some odd reason.
To get you prepared for adult.
No.
Yes.
It starts at 8 o'clock in the morning. We have to wake up at 6. I have to wake up at 5 sometimes to make breakfast or anything like that. It's annoying because it's my daily routine. I want to wake up at 7 o'clock. And I want to be ready at 8 o'clock. Or wake up at 8 o'clock any time of that.
That's what adults do.
Our bus comes at 6:20. Our school starts at 9:15. That was how my old school was like. It was not that early or anything like that. We got to sleep in. I got to wake up at 7:30. I didn't get to wake up at 7:30 because school, we had to get inside the building at 7:20. Now, if I woke up at 7:30, school wouldn't have been started, and I would have been late. That wouldn't have counted.
You know what that sounds like? Being an adult.
No. But the thing is, most people in my class think that they're just gonna be kids forever. Like when you get into 6th grade and then you get in seventh is middle school for us.
Right.
So they think they're kindergartners. They talk over the teachers. They do weird things in class.
That's what adults do too. You have to find a level of and that's why I keep saying, like, they're showing you responsibility now. So it's a level of responsibility and it's also a level of respect. You know what I'm saying? You respect yourself, so then you'll have respect for others. You don't respect yourself, you ain't gonna respect nobody else. And that's revert back to bullying. You know, when people, I'm just gonna say people, I'm not gonna even say kids. When people don't have respect for themselves, they don't have respect for others. So they don't know when the playing or the joking is over with, and they start to take things too far, and that's when they start to hurt other people's feelings. And words hurt way worse than a punch. Me punching you in your face, guess what? Your face will heal. But if I tell you ugly, that will last forever past a scar on your face. You know what I'm saying? That's gonna be internal, and you're gonna be like, well, dang, she think I'm ugly. And when you look in the mirror, you're gonna be like, well, she said I was ugly, so I feel like I'm ugly today. So you start being mean to yourself, all because somebody else was mean to you. And that's what cyberbullying is. That's what personal bullying is. They're taking their feelings that they have for themselves out on other people, and it's not right. And you just have to understand, like, some people they need help. And I'm serious. Going to counseling, your mental health is good. If this is not good up here, your body's not good. That's how people get sick, because their mental health, because they overthinking stuff, or they don't know how to, react to things, and they become stressed. Once your mind is stressed, your body becomes stressed, because is the thing.
Isn't that called depression?
Huh?
Isn't that called depression?
Yeah, depression.
My friend was very depressed. She just wanted attention for that stuff. I don't know why, but
she might not be getting the attention at home.
but she gets attention now, and I give her lots of the attention. And she thinks it's not enough still. Me and my friend gives her a lot of attention. Right,
but she might not need your attention. She might need attention from other people, and that's another sign of people being bullied, because they want attention. I'm not saying her bullying. I'm just saying other people.
This was the first day of school. She told me that she was very depressed. I'm like, you're not depressed. You're actually you're fine. There's nothing wrong with you. She's like,
you don't know that.
No, she was fine. She was completely fine.
Yeah, but you don't know that. Depressed people look like everybody else.
No, she said that she just wanted attention. She said, I'm depressed and I want attention. Like, you have attention. People give you attention.
Yeah, but you don't know what type of attention she's looking for, though. And it's good that you being a friend to her and you giving her attention, but you don't want to, give her too much attention, because it's going to waste away from you. Then you're going to be getting tired, like, damn it, girl, I gave you too much attention. Now you're getting on my nerves. And you don't want to be like that. So if somebody is depressed,
because we give each other, all three of us, me, Smile, and Janae, give all each other enough attention. Like, after school, we be getting on the call. We talk about school a little bit, and then we be talking about our personal things in life.
Mm-hmm.
So we're a group where we can trust each other.
Right.
All that secrets that we tell each other, that stays in the group. Mm-hmm. It doesn't go anywhere. Not even in public, not even if we're forced to tell people that, or not even if we're threatened to tell people that. So
that's good to have good friends like that.
Yeah, so
but if one of your friends was being bullied, make sure y'all tell someone, okay? And then make sure if they are harming themselves, if they want to hurt themselves, you do have to tell. I know you guys want to keep a friendship and you promise not to tell or whatever, but if they're really depressed for real, and you'll know when a person is depressed, you do have to reach out and you have to tell someone, and then advise them to get some help. If you're going to be a real friend, you say, hey friend, like you're a little down, you might want to go talk to somebody. And I know us being as black people, we don't like to say go get some help, go get counseling, but we need counseling too, because we have a generation curse where what we doing is, I know you're young right now, but I'm still going to explain this to you. Our generation curse is, if something bad happened to me, I'm passing my anger on to you, and that's not giving you a chance at a good life. You know what I'm saying? So sometimes that's where bullying come from as well. The parents are angry at something and they take that anger out on their kids. So guess what? The kids angry. So their kids project their anger out on other kids and other people. And that's why you have the young man in your class talking back to the teachers and saying stuff about people mamas and, you know, wanting to hit on girls. Guys not supposed to hit on girls, and girls not supposed to be hitting on guys neither.
Isn't that the law? You can't hit girls. Isn't that the law?
It somewhat, yeah, but girls shouldn't be hitting on guys neither. So if you guys are, you arguing with a guy, you should just walk away. Just walk away from the situation. Let it die down. If he's getting out of control and he's getting erratic and he's yelling and doing all this stuff, just calm yourself down and walk away and give him 10 minutes or so, or give him a day, and maybe y'all can come back to it and be like, hey, you were upset, I was upset. You want to talk about it, and if you don't want to talk about it, just let it go. Just let it go, because you don't want it to escalate to something else and one of y'all end up hurt. Because that's a lot that's a lot that's going around too, where, you know, people are hurting each other because they don't know how to walk away from the situation. So you always want to, you know what I'm saying, keep it in the back of your mind, like, hey, this is getting a little too heated. Let me walk away and give each other space, and then we'll come back to it. And if they don't want to talk about it, I'm just going to leave it alone. Sometimes you don't need closure. You don't. And bullying is not good. I don't care what type of bullying is. You shouldn't be bullying people. Nobody should be bullying you, because you don't know where that may escalate to. Somebody may get hurt. You got people shooting up the school. You got people committing suicide. So, and just talk about it. If someone hurts your feelings and you can't talk to that person that hurt your feelings, go home, talk to your friends or talk to your parents about the situation and get it resolved that way. And then don't be afraid to tell nobody. I don't care about that. That's, oh, you a snitch stuff. We're not going to do that. Because if you feel hurt, you should.
You're supposed to be telling the truth anyway. I don't really care if I'm being called a snitch. The point of being a snitch, you're supposed to tell what happened in that situation.
Yeah.
So, of course, you can call me a snitch, but it really doesn't matter, because you're supposed to tell them what happened in that situation.
Mm-hmm. Yes, most definitely. Anything else you want to tell the people?
Make sure you subscribe.
All right, y'all. That was my niece, Lee Ajah. You heard what she said. Make sure y'all subscribe. And we out.